Welcome to Garden Chat Wednesday. It's time to start thinking about propagating your vegetable plants for the spring. I actually brought a handy app out that I'm using right now called Sow. And actually I'm going to go back to there's the icon. And if you open up your Sow icon, you can actually get an idea of what is good to sow right now. So cabbage, cauliflower, kale, kohlrabi, mustard, and even sweet peas and Swiss chard are all on the list. We've got a few other things that we've actually started here, but not everybody gets to have a propagation house. So what I wanted to do was give you some ideas of something you can do at home to start seeds, since you're not able to have the humidity and the light that we have here. So humidity, light, and well, humidity is moisture, but also temperature are the three things that we need to get our seeds started. So you will want to have your seeds somewhere where they've got some light. You also want to give them about 60 degrees. You don't want to get them too hot. If your seedlings get too warm, then they actually can get a little bit leggy and stretch out. So what I brought in was I emptied out my strawberries this morning, and I brought my handy dandy coffee filter, because what we're going to do is we're going to use that coffee filter to cover those holes that are already there, and we'll go ahead and put some soil in. This soil is soil that's been sifted once. You can actually buy soil that's for propagation, but basically it's just a lot finer. And I say soil, it's a soil that's mixed. So it's got perlite in here that keeps it lighter. It's got moss in it. No fertilizer really yet. So we'll put some in there. I'm going to go ahead and throw a little moisture to it. So if you have a little spray bottle at home, that's a way that you can go ahead and really I just wanted it to settle a little bit, and I'll water it afterwards too. So anytime I'm starting seeds, I like to make sure that I've got the date on there, because that's really important to go back later on to know when I actually started that, and also the variety and the name. So this is red Russian kale, and we've got some other kale that we started in here. Actually on the 28th of January, I came in here and started some seeds with the family. We've got parsley, we've got cabbage, cauliflower, and you can see they're just starting to get their leaves. This is not their true set of leaves, so they are not ready to transplant yet. We're actually waiting for a second set of leaves to come up, and then they'll be ready to transplant. You can take a look at this kale seed. It's pretty small, so you don't necessarily need to cover these seeds up. Some seeds actually need light to germinate, some need darkness. That's why it's critical to really read on that seed pack, but this app also helps you with that, the Sow app. So I'm going to just leave those right at the top. If I was worried and needed to cover them, I could just cover them just a little bit. And some of that's just for moisture. I'll just kind of push them down a little bit so that they stay moist, and then go ahead and water those in. Since the temperature and the moisture is so perfect in here, we were able to get germination pretty fast on these seedlings, but at home you may not be able to get your, I'm going to have to actually make my tag shorter. I can shut my box. We'll just put it at the back. Shut your little lid there, and now you've got it in a box where the humidity can come up. Running a humidifier in your house is actually good for your seedlings as well. Sherry, you want to show us? This is Sherry Hoyt. She's our horticulture manager here at the garden also. Show us some of the other seedlings that we've gotten germinated already.
These are some of the other seedlings we've started. I have some little petunias. We have 3 trays of nasturtiums and some Swiss chard over in the corner. And then we have some that are just barely starting down here, just getting started germination.
And you can see that we've used a lot of different sizes. These are old plug trays that we've got, depending on the size of the seedling that we know we're going to get started. But you don't have to have a seed tray to start seeds at home. You can use just about anything. You do want to make sure it's got drainage holes underneath it, otherwise it's going to get way too wet, and controlling the moisture is just too difficult. So if you haven't gotten started on getting your vegetable garden ready, it's time to go ahead and think about getting your vegetable garden ready. If you're not into cabbage and kale, you still need to go ahead and order your seeds for your tomatoes, because you know that's coming. Of course, you've got our plants, so you can look forward to. If you decide you don't want to start seeds, just let other gardeners do that for you. So thanks for joining us for Garden Chat Wednesday. Hope you got something out of it. If you got any questions for us, just check us out on our website, or you can send us up on our plant info email. Thanks.